Hi everyone, this is Kimberly Collins, the Educated Natural, and today I want to start a 5-part series entitled Women in Management, and I want to discuss the top issues women face in corporate America. The issue that I want to discuss first would be the gender wage gap. Now, if you take a look at this picture, you will notice that the man is holding the bigger piggy bank while the lady is holding the smaller one, which indicates what? That he's being paid more than she is. As you can tell by her face, she is definitely not happy. Now, what is the gender wage gap? The gender wage gap is where women are paid less than men for doing the exact same job. Now, as a woman that used to work in corporate America, I can say this is true. I've met several people, males in particular, that made more money than me. I was doing more work than they were, yet they were receiving the larger amount of pay. Now, did you know that in certain workplaces, women get paid less just because they are a female, and men get paid more because they are male? Here is a chart that shows the top 10 occupations with the largest gender wage gap. Now, at first, I thought that it was because women worked a different type of job than men. Maybe that was the main reason why we received less pay. However, after I looked at this chart, it debunked all of my original perceptions. This is a chart from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And if you look at the very bottom where it says education administrators, you will notice that there are 467,000 women in this particular occupation. Of those women, actually of all the workers, 735 workers are in this particular occupation. That means men and women. Of the 735,000, 63.5% are women. However, on a weekly basis, men make $1,532 while women make $1,061, a 69.3% difference. Yes, I could not believe this. As you look through this chart, you will notice a lot of pay discrepancies. Now, why is there a gender wage gap? Well, here are the 3 reasons I've been able to find that are probably the top 3. First of all, it is being reported that women choose to work in lesser paying jobs than men. What does this mean? Typically, when they researched the jobs that women held, they were either in the administrative positions, the nursing positions, and jobs of that nature, while men were in construction and engineering and things that required a little bit more demand than the administrative or hospital setting. Also, they're saying that women have a tendency to attend colleges that are less prestigious than men, meaning women are more inclined to go to the lower tier schools where men try to push for your more Harvards and Yales and things of that nature. And I'm not sure about that particular statistic. However, as an MBA graduate, this chart at the bottom of this slide really made my jaw drop, because if you look in 2010 versus 2012, for men alone, the pay difference was tremendous. And then you look at the pay difference for women, and it looks like it barely moved. I wouldn't even really call this an increase for women. For men, yes. For women, it's just we got to just a change. These are coins compared to the dollars that men accumulated over the years. Now, number 3. Women take off more time for work than men. Well, this may be true. Why? Because we take off time for maternity leave, especially those of us that are moms. If something happened with our kids, we're the first ones to go and see what's going on. And because of this reason, many feel that this impacts the work experience that women have. I found this picture here, and I thought it was just interesting because the lady is asking for paid maternity, and the man tells her to leave. I can't tell you the number of times I've went on interviews or been sitting at work, and as soon as they find out that I have children, I'm treated a little bit differently than a man would. You know, I've even lost a job because they had a man. I was up against a male counterpart for the same position, and because I had a young child at the time, the hiring official almost let it slip out that they was going to choose the male because he was able to come there without any type of discrepancies where, you know, I had to deal with daycare and things like that. That's how my work schedule, that's what my work schedule depended on. So I knew right from the start that the job would go to the male. Was it right? No, but it happened. Here is another chart that goes over the typical woman working full time year round was paid only 77 cents for every dollar paid to her male counterpart. If you look at the differences over the years, I tell you, it really hasn't changed that much. We're still, as females in corporate America, we're still behind in pay versus our male counterparts. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I know for a woman that was in corporate America, I wanted to find ways to close the gender pay gap. I didn't think it was fair. So I decided to go and try to find how can we increase the pay of women. Well, first of all, businesses can offer at work child care. And what that means is I used to work in a facility years ago where we had a building where we did our main job, where all the administrators and all the CEOs and top officials worked at. But right across the street was our daycare. It was a part of the facility. So when parents would come in, they would drop their kids off on one side of the street and they would walk across the street to go to work. And if anything happened at the daycare center, we were able to leave job and go and take care of our children without leaving the grounds of the facility. This was a great idea because you didn't have to worry about daycare because it was at your place of work. Number two, the government and businesses can stop job segregation. And what job segregation is where men are known to work a particular type of job, i.e. engineering and construction, and women are known to work in a more administrative field or teaching field. And instead of it being seen as woman's work or man's work, it all goes to just work. It doesn't matter your gender. That's what I'm saying when I say stop gender job segregation. Number three, businesses can increase paid maternity leave. And what this means is if you look at other foreign countries versus the United States, women receive more benefits after having a child than they do here in the States. You get some countries give their employees, their female employees, paid time off at a longer time period. I know in Germany, the women get like 3 years to be at home with their kids and still receive pay. And after that 3-year period, they're able to go back into their original jobs without any disruptions. So I think that is just a great idea. I think that women here in the United States deserve that. So that's what I mean when I say increased paid maternity leave. Now, there is a way for women in corporate America to say, you know what, I don't want to deal with the gender pay gap anymore. I don't want to deal with any of these things that's happening to me. So what can I do? Well, it's easy. You can say goodbye to the workplace altogether. How? Well, you may say, well, I need an income, but I got you. And this is how you can do it. You can do it by becoming an entrepreneur. Yes, firing your previous boss or your current boss right now and say, you know what, I'm going to take my talents and I'm going to build my own business myself. In this picture, you notice that the lady has the bigger piggy bank and the man has the smaller piggy bank now. What does this mean? She has stepped out on her own and became an entrepreneur. This could be your next step. Join me and my team if you are ready to say goodbye to all the pitfalls of corporate America. My name is Kimberly Collins, and I'm known as the Educated Natural. You could contact me and my team and get started right now today on your journey to becoming an entrepreneur by going to www.kimberlytheeducatednatural.com and get started today. As always, enjoy your journey, and I will see you on the inside.